Hi everyone, this is Richard from Kosh ADV. I want to do a quick review of the new Royal Enfield Himalaya, which is a very interesting bike in the adventure market at the moment. I think they've got a lot of things right on the bike, with maybe one or two fatal flaws which we'll go into. If you take a look at the bike, it's got a little bit of an old school feeling, and the dash is actually quite luxuriant. It reminds me of Mercedes styling with the old style dashes. You've got a bit of chrome trim and it's very well laid out and visible. The other thing about the bike, it comes more or less ready to go. Here we are, we're just testing the touch points on the ground. It's reasonably well protected with the engine guards and the other guards on the bike. You can get as an accessory bigger engine guards to protect it even more, and this is something that I really do like about the bike. If you go, for example, and buy the CRF 250 Rally, it's very plasticky, and having one of those basically off-road for a day had cracks all through the plastic, and you do need to spend money on a decent engine guard if you plan to do any sort of half-serious off-road riding, whereas this is more or less ready to go. The other thing I do like about the bike is the size. I'm 6'2", and again on the CRF 250 Rally I had to buy handlebar extenders. Here, the standing position, as you can see, is actually quite comfortable. Quite a nice size bike for me. So again, don't have to fiddle around modifying the bike straight off. More or less just need to put a pair of bark busters on the handlebars, potentially get the extra engine guard accessories, and you're ready to go. Now I'd like to focus on what could be the biggest problem with the bike. And I will do that by comparing some of the key statistics to the CRF 250 Rally, which is in the same price point and seems to be a natural competitor to the bike. First of all, if we look at displacement, we have the Himalayan at 411 cubic centimeters, and we've got the Rally at 250 cubic centimeters. You've got the Himalayan maximum power output about 18.2 kilowatts. Surprisingly, given the engine difference, we've got the Honda at exactly the same power output. So when we move to torque, we've got the Himalayan at 32 newton meters, and then we've got the Honda at 22.6 newton meters. So this is where we're seeing the engine put to use to very torquey output. And finally, we look at the top speed. We have the Himalaya at about 100 kilometers plus or minus, let's say, and the Honda CRF at top 130 kilometers. I've had that bike and it can cruise 130 on flat ground with no headwind, to be sure. The problem I see here is exactly this, the top speed. In Europe especially, you have a lot of motorways, for example France, 130 kilometers an hour. Germany, the Autobahns, unlimited, so you need to be going 120, 130 to drive safely. This bike is just not going to be up to the motorway work, which is a real shame, because often to go off-riding in Europe you need to jump on the motorway for a few hours to get to the spots, and this I see as a serious problem for the bike. Finally, just to the review, we look at the price. We have the Himalaya at 7,000 francs, and then we look at the CRF Rally is about 6,000 francs, which is actually a very attractive price point for the Himalaya. If you look what you've got, it's not plasticky, you've got a 400cc motor, it's pretty much ready to go and seems a pretty good deal for a mid-weight adventure bike. So that's it. I'm still struggling with the top speed to see if I'll make a purchase, and I'll let you all know. Hope you enjoyed the review and love to hear your comments.